Greetings, everyone. I'm Priestess Sekhmet. I'm a spiritual trainer and psychic life coach, and I'd like to welcome you to this live stream today. I haven't been getting a lot of sleep this week, and so I'm going to do the live stream a little differently today, and I'm going to introduce you to some of my training material and promote the Superfan live stream. So we're going to have 2 live streams. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, Trend Zone. We're going to have 2 live streams. We're going to have one for the regular live stream, which is this one, and then we're going to have a second Superfan live stream. So for all the subscribers, thank you for subscribing and supporting. TikTok has automatically boosted you to a Superfan. But in order to continue your membership, you'll have to resubscribe because we no longer have 2-tier subscription plans. We only have one Superfan plan. So please make sure to check your subscription because it will not auto-renew. So make sure that you are subscribed. Make sure that you're a Superfan because we are going to start training next week. Technically, you could say we're going to start today because I'm going to be rolling in some training videos today. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for the gift, Trend Zone. Appreciate you guys. Please help me like the live stream. Let's get the likes up to 10,000 likes. Help me like the live stream and help us meet our goal. Our goal today is 10 hand hearts. So if you like the material, the content, me, please like the live stream, share it, and help us reach our goals, become a subscriber. And with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and roll in some training videos. Just so you know, I am a spiritual trainer, and my job is to train you how to connect to your higher self and to the Most High, and to remind you that you are a divine creator being created in the image of your creator, and that you're always manifesting your reality. Thank you for liking the live stream, guys. I really appreciate you. I see you. And as a divine creator, you're going to manifest your thoughts, your feelings, your actions. And as a spiritual trainer, my job is to train you how to use the forces of the universe, which is air, fire, water, earth, and ether, is who you are. You are the universe, and we are all one. And by connecting to our angels, ancestors, and the Most High through our higher self, we learn how to use these elemental forces intelligently, the way our ancestors used them, okay? Greetings, everyone. So with that being said, for all super fans and subscribers, these live streams are now being recorded, and you can watch the playback in the super fan space. So all subscribers have a space on TikTok for super fans now. And last week's playback is there. This week's playback will be there, and all following weeks will be there, along with training videos. So check out this training video and let me know what you think.
Many believe that the ancient Egyptians possessed the secret of the Merkaba, known as the light vehicle of the soul. This sacred knowledge, often associated with the power of interdimensional travel through space and time and magic, was guarded by secret societies governed by the Brotherhood of Light under the authority and wisdom of Thoth, also referred to as Hermes Trismegistus. Hermes Trismegistus is the magical name assigned to Tahuti or Thoth. However, this name did not refer to a real person, but the word Hermes Trismegistus means the Hermetic Triple Crown. The Triple Crown is depicted in ancient hieroglyphs as being worn by our otherworldly ancestors, such as Tahuti, to signify their level of magical power. Trismegistus, often translated as thrice great, when referring to Hermes, signifies this third-degree level of achievement in magic. Once an individual has mastered the third degree of ancient Egyptian magic, they are considered a master. Our ancient ancestors encoded their magic in the monumental temples of ancient Kemet, known as Egypt, to ensure that the power of the soul's light vehicle would never be lost. However, the Dark Brotherhood, known as the Temple of Set, sought to invert and corrupt this knowledge to keep the planet in darkness and ignorant of our magical power and heritage. It is through the power of the soul and its Merkaba that the creative force could be used to manifest reality and create an entire world. To prevent Merkaba mechanics from being lost forever, the Houthi hid the mysteries of the Merkaba and its magic in a book we now recognize as the Emerald Tablets of Thoth or Hermes Trismegistus. However, the full revelation of the Emerald Tablets has never been publicly revealed until now. As more people on the planet awaken, the soul's light body is being activated, allowing us to become more aware of our soul's innate power and wisdom. We are beginning to realize that the underworld is just a state of consciousness we were all locked into during a period of great darkness. During this dark period, we were ruled by our lower nature or lower consciousness, which manifested as the Temple of Set. The Temple of Set can literally be interpreted as worship of the beast, which is the lower nature. As awakened souls, we are now realizing the truth, that we are one and have the power to create anything we desire in harmony with the universal forces of nature and for the greatest and highest good of all, in love. This power is initiated through our soul's light body and Merkaba. We can now see clearly that the depiction of our otherworldly ancestors on the temple walls of Kemet revealed to us that interdimensional travel is our ability to connect to the ancestors in the higher realms. Ra, traveling in his boat, is significant to the opening of the sun's stargates, which is a level of consciousness perceived once the soul's light body and Merkaba is activated. We can literally see the Kundalini energy that empowers Ra's boat, which we now know is his Merkaba, to travel through space and time. Once the Merkaba is fully activated, interdimensional travel also manifests on the physical plane as higher levels of consciousness existing in the physical world. This higher knowledge activates the opening of Earth's stargates, restoring our ability to travel interdimensionally and intergalactically through the use of free energy devices, reuniting us with our ancestors in other realms and on other stars. The Merkaba is a free energy mechanism that exists within the human soul and can be replicated in the physical plane through the use of free energy devices. With this technology, both spiritual and physical, we will ascend to higher heights, travel beyond limitations, and return to a state of higher consciousness, oneness, and creative power. In today's training, I'll be sharing with you how to connect to your higher self, your angels and ancestors through the activation of your light body Merkaba for your protection, healing, and creative empowerment. Thank you for joining us. Now let's begin.
Yay! What did you guys think about that? Do you want the actual training? Did anything resonate with you? Can you guys hear me? Thank you for liking the live stream. Drop a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Okay. All right. So how was that? Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Thank you, Sylvia. Thank you, Trenzone. We're talking about your Merkaba. We're talking about your light body. We're talking about your spiritual power. We're talking about how to use your creative power. Mina said, it's interesting and I have not heard of this before. Okay, good. That's good. So your interest is piqued, and this is an opportunity for you to awaken. Awaken to your higher self and to merging with your higher self, where heaven and earth meet together. It happens in many different levels of consciousness. It happens on the physical, and that's what we're witnessing right now in our lifetime, where we're awakening to heaven within and manifesting that without, the way our ancestors did. This is the return of the ancestors through us. And as they return through us, we will manifest them. We will manifest the actual heavenly realm in the earth plane as we bridge that gap. Am I making sense? Okay. Sylvia said I came in on the end of it. Okay, that's all right. Thank you to everyone who's watching. We have 69 viewers watching. We have 2,800 likes. Thanks for the likes, guys. Our goal is 10,000 likes for this training, and also we have a live goal of 10 hand hearts today. So please help us meet our goals. If you like this live stream, if you like Priestess Sekhmet, thank you for following the live. Pure Love, beautiful name. Also, keep in mind, if you are a subscriber, TikTok has changed all subscribers to super fan. So if you're a subscriber, you're now a super fan. And if you're a paid subscriber, you're a super fan. And let me make that clear, because you can be a member of the live stream and it will still show you that you're a fan. But if you're a paid subscriber, you are a super fan. And today we are starting the super fan live stream. And we're going to be doing training every week on how to balance your energy and how to connect to your higher self, how to connect to your angels and to your ancestors, how to be your true self, how to have a greater knowledge of self, how to have self-love, self-knowledge, how to manifest your desires effectively and consistently using light magic or the activation of your light body, which is your Merkaba. Okay? Thank you for joining us, Q. All you need to do is just click on, I need someone to help us with that side of it, because technically I haven't had to go through the TikTok process on how to actually become a subscriber. I can set it up, but I need you guys to subscribe. So we're gonna have to do some research on that. So if you want to DM me after the live stream is over, Q, I can help you. And the price for subscription is only $9.99. So that's once a month, and we're going to be doing training every week, and we're going to be doing live streams, and we're also going to be doing webinars, and we're also going to be doing 21-day projects. Okay. All right. Yeah, look around, baby. Okay. So that was just a short video. People are still coming into the room. Thank you for the roses, Q. Let's go ahead and play it again. It's only a 5-minute video. And then pay attention. Thank you for the hand heart trend zone. Appreciate you. pay attention, guys. Take notes. And this time, decide if you want to see the whole training video. If you want to see the whole training video, I'm going to roll that in next, okay? All right, here we go. Atlantean is in the room. Welcome. 6'4" Songstress is in the room. Welcome, everybody. Okay, this is for the ancestors. Okay, here we go.
Many believe that the ancient Egyptians possessed the secret of the Merkaba, known as the light vehicle of the soul. This sacred knowledge, often associated with the power of interdimensional travel through space and time and magic, was guarded by secret societies governed by the Brotherhood of Light under the authority and wisdom of Thoth, also referred to as Hermes Trismegistus. Hermes Trismegistus is the magical name assigned to Tahuti or Thoth. However, this name did not refer to a real person, but the word Hermes Trismegistus means the Hermetic Triple Crown. The Triple Crown is depicted in ancient hieroglyphs as being worn by our otherworldly ancestors, such as Tahuti, to signify their level of magical power. Trismegistus, often translated as thrice great, when referring to Hermes, signifies this third-degree level of achievement in magic. Once an individual has mastered the third degree of ancient Egyptian magic, they are considered a master. Our ancient ancestors encoded their magic in the monumental temples of ancient Kemet, known as Egypt, to ensure that the power of the soul's light vehicle would never be lost. However, the Dark Brotherhood, known as the Temple of Set, sought to invert and corrupt this knowledge to keep the planet in darkness and ignorant of our magical power and heritage. It is through the power of the soul and its Merkaba that the creative force could be used to manifest reality and create an entire world. To prevent Merkaba mechanics from being lost forever, the Houthi hid the mysteries of the Merkaba and its magic in a book we now recognize as the Emerald Tablets of Thoth, or Hermes Trismegistus. However, the full revelation of the Emerald Tablets has never been publicly revealed until now. As more people on the planet awaken, the soul's light body is being activated, allowing us to become more aware of our soul's innate power and wisdom. We are beginning to realize that the underworld is just a state of consciousness we were all locked into during a period of great darkness. During this dark period, we were ruled by our lower nature or lower consciousness, which manifested as the Temple of Set. The Temple of Set can literally be interpreted as worship of the beast, which is the lower nature. As awakened souls, we are now realizing the truth, that we are one and have the power to create anything we desire in harmony with the universal forces of nature and for the greatest and highest good of all, in love. This power is initiated through our soul's light body and Merkaba. We can now see clearly that the depiction of our otherworldly ancestors on the temple walls of Kemet revealed to us that interdimensional travel is our ability to connect to the ancestors in the higher realms. Ra, traveling in his boat, is significant to the opening of the sun's stargates, which is a level of consciousness perceived once the soul's light body and Merkaba is activated. We can literally see the Kundalini energy that empowers Ra's boat, which we now know is his Merkaba, to travel through space and time. Once the Merkaba is fully activated, interdimensional travel also manifests on the physical plane as higher levels of consciousness existing in the physical world. This higher knowledge activates the opening of Earth's stargates, restoring our ability to travel interdimensionally and intergalactically through the use of free energy devices, reuniting us with our ancestors in other realms and on other stars. The Merkaba is a free energy mechanism that exists within the human soul and can be replicated in the physical plane through the use of free energy devices. With this technology, both spiritual and physical, we will ascend to higher heights, travel beyond limitations, and return to a state of higher consciousness, oneness, and creative power. In today's training, I'll be sharing with you how to connect to your higher self, your angels and ancestors through the activation of your light body Merkaba for your protection, healing, and creative empowerment. Thank you for joining us. Now let's begin.
Okay. All right, everybody. Thank you for watching. Let me know in the chat if you were able, what you got from that short 5-minute training video. Did anybody pick up on the Temple of Set, on the worship of the beast, on the lower nature? This is ancient Hermetic teaching or Kemetic teaching. So when we talk about Hermes, we're talking about the Hermetical teachings. Let me know if you're following me in the chat. Okay, so Lisa says, who is Set? So Set is what I want to say, the way I want to explain it, because there are many versions of the story of Isis and Osiris and Set and that line of thinking. But what I want to do is tell you that that story is just a mythology that our ancestors used to depict who we are, because our ancestors know that we are one. So when we talk about Hermes, or when we talk about Set, or we talk about Osiris or Isis, we're talking about different aspects of ourselves. And so they say that Set, who represents our lower nature, cut up Osiris into 12 different pieces. So those 12 different pieces are also symbolic of different aspects of the self. So we're always talking about the self. So when we talk about Set, we're talking about the lower self, or what the Bible refers to as Satan, okay, or Setien. And unfortunately, this consciousness, this aspect of ourself, our lower nature, has consciously expanded itself into many different parts. And it has come together and organized the Temple of Set. And so the Temple of Set can be seen in our physical reality as an actual temple, but of Satanists, people who worship the lower nature, who don't acknowledge the higher self or the Most High, who see themselves as that, but worship the physical world, worship the physical nature. And that has a lot to do with why we are in this physical world, is because of Set. And it's why we talk about the need for us to understand our lower nature and how to restore that fallen aspect of ourselves. Set represents our fallen self, that part of us that doesn't remember who it is or where it came from or why it's here, who thinks that it's in full control, that one aspect, and it's not. It has to work with all the other aspects. And so that is the story. And it also includes how Isis came forth, and how Tehuti came forth, and how Nephthys came forth, and how these other beings came forth, which are other aspects of the self, to help to restore Osiris. So Osiris is you restored with all of your 12 aspects, which in my opinion is your DNA, 12-strand DNA. So I don't teach the mythology, I teach the reality to the best of my ability. as the ancestors are guiding me. Okay? Are you following me? Okay. Rel says, how can I get my family to understand this? My family is so stuck in the Bible and we argue about it. Okay. So this is my stance on that situation, because I went through that situation in the beginning when I first began studying the Bible. It's natural to want your family to awaken, but even the Bible speaks against that. So we should never argue about our beliefs, because our beliefs are personal, and we also have to extend the right to others to have their own beliefs, so that we can always be respectful and in harmony. And the teachings of Christ teach us to always to maintain this peace, okay, this oneness and this harmony, and allow people to make their own choices and to learn from their own decision making, because that's the only way that any of us can truly learn, is we have to learn from experience. And this is why our ancestors taught us in parables and in mythologies. Our conscious mind is not expansive enough to always receive the direct line of truth. So sometimes we have to use stories and parables to teach people. And the ancestors are saying at this day and time, we're way past where they were in biblical days now. We're advanced beings on the planet here, merging with our higher selves and exemplifying and demonstrating the Christ consciousness in the physical form now. So Christ is being demonstrated in the physical body at this time. And so the ancestors are saying it's now time for us to demonstrate. Okay? I don't subscribe to the teachings of Paul, but Paul did say some things that I do like. And one thing that he said is, I do not come to you with excellency of speech and enticing words, to convince you that what I'm saying is true, but I come to you in demonstration and power of the Spirit. I love that. Okay? That's how we win and influence our friends and family, is by being true to ourselves, demonstrating for them what it looks like, right? Thank you for the roses, pure love. We have gifts coming in, guys. Look at these gifts. Melissa gave us a love you so much gift. And Kentorian is here with the love you so much. Aw, thank you. And Sylvia gave us a friendship gift. Thank you. And Pure Love came in with 10 roses. Okay, guys. Thank you for helping us meet our live goal. I think we got 2 hand hearts. Our goal is to get 10 today. So please, if you can, if you're able, help us reach our goal with the hand hearts. And I'm going to go in and we're going to do some more training videos. So I want you guys to get comfortable today. Check out some of the training. See if it's for you, if it's something that you can resonate with, okay? Please share the live stream. Thank you for the heart me gift, Majesty. Appreciate you. All right. I have a part 2 to the Merkaba video. Anybody have any more questions before we start the video? Thank you for sharing the live, Willie B. We are recording this live stream. Thank you for liking the live stream. We got 10,000K. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for the hand heart, pure love. Appreciate you. Good job, everybody. Thank you for the 180 people that are watching this live stream, and for all of our super fans. Don't forget to subscribe. We are now starting our live stream training for super fans. We're going to call it Super Fan Live, and we're going to keep it right here at this time. But when we come back next week, it's only going to be for super fans. So if you are a paid subscriber, make sure to come back here at the same time next week on Saturday, and we're going to do some more training. We're not going to watch videos next week, but I'm going to be sharing videos with you that you can access as a subscriber, And once we get to 40 subscribers, I'm gonna give you full access to my entire catalog. So I've taken a lot of my videos offline, the ones that I know are really good, that are gonna really be helpful to people, and you'll have access to those. But I have to pay for that platform. I have to pay for that. So in order for you to access it, we need to have 40 subscribers for it to work, okay? For it to be a win-win. Thank you for the gifts, guys. Look at this. Jada is here with the I Heart You gift and the tiny gift. Thank you, Jada. Thank you, Majesty, for the rose. Thank you, Jada. I appreciate you. Thank you, guys. Amin Ra, the God, is here. Okay, guys. We up to 12,000 likes. Let's go up to 20. Let's see if we can get it up to 20, guys. Thank you for helping us like this live stream. Okay. All right. Oh, we had to block one person, by the way. Pay attention. It's not personal. It's just that you need to pay attention. So if you want to come into the chat room, don't disturb the flow, because we are committed to aligning with the Most High and with the angels and the ancestors. And this is serious. This is serious. So please stay on point. What we're talking about our spiritual light body. We're talking about our angels and our ancestors, okay? We're not talking about other teachers out in the world doing other things. If you want to talk about other teachers doing other things, then you need to be in a live stream that is based on those teachers. We're not promoting other teachers here, okay? Be respectful. Okay, let's see if we can add another video. Thank you for supporting me, guys. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for the love you so much, 5 love you so much gifts from Sylvia. It means a lot. It's not easy blocking people. I don't like doing that, but we're not going to argue with people either. We just want people that know how to act. If you don't know how to act, you're going to find out really fast how to act. Uh-oh, hold on, not that one. Okay. Hold on, guys. I'm loading the other video. It's right here. Thank you for pressing that like button. We're going for 20,000 likes. And let's see if we can get this going. It's not really going. Let me see. I wonder, I may not, this is my first time, guys, trying to add a video while the live stream is actually in play. That other one, oh, here it is. It just took time. Okay, it's here. Hold on. Okay, here we go. And let me do it. I'm new at this. Okay, video, add. Okay, get ready. If I were you, I would take some notes on this one, guys, because this is the actual student-only training video. So if you take notes, it'll help solidify the information in your consciousness, okay? Just write a couple things down.
Many believe that the ancient Egyptians possessed the secret of the Merkaba, known as the light vehicle of the soul. This sacred knowledge, often associated with the power of interdimensional travel through space and time and magic, was guarded by secret societies governed by the Brotherhood of Light under the authority and wisdom of Thoth, also referred to as Hermes Trismegistus. Hermes Trismegistus is the magical name assigned to Tahuti or Thoth. However, this name did not refer to a real person, but the word Hermes Trismegistus means the Hermetic Triple Crown, The triple crown is depicted in ancient hieroglyphs as being worn by our otherworldly ancestors, such as the Huti, to signify their level of magical power. Trismegistus, often translated as thrice great, when referring to Hermes, signifies this third-degree level of achievement in magic. Once an individual has mastered the third degree of ancient Egyptian magic, they are considered a master. Our ancient ancestors encoded their magic in the monumental temples of ancient Kemet, known as Egypt, to ensure that the power of the soul's light vehicle would never be lost. However, the Dark Brotherhood, known as the Temple of Set, sought to invert and corrupt this knowledge to keep the planet in darkness and ignorant of our magical power and heritage. It is through the power of the soul and its Merkaba that the creative force could be used to manifest reality and create an entire world. To prevent Merkaba mechanics from being lost forever, the Huti hid the mysteries of the Merkaba and its magic in a book we now recognize as the Emerald Tablets of Thoth, or Hermes Trismegistus. However, the full revelation of the Emerald Tablets has never been publicly revealed until now. As more people on the planet awaken, the soul's light body is being activated, allowing us to become more aware of our soul's innate power and wisdom. We are beginning to realize that the underworld is just a state of consciousness we were all locked into during a period of great darkness. During this dark period, we were ruled by our lower nature or lower consciousness, which manifested as the Temple of Set. The Temple of Set can literally be interpreted as worship of the beast, which is the lower nature. As awakened souls, we are now realizing the truth that we are one and have the power to create anything we desire in harmony with the universal forces of nature and for the greatest and highest good of all, in love. This power is initiated through our soul's light body and Merkaba. We can now see clearly that the depiction of our otherworldly ancestors on the temple walls of Kemet revealed to us that interdimensional travel is our ability to connect to the ancestors in the higher realms. Ra, traveling in his boat, is significant to the opening of the sun's stargates, which is a level of consciousness perceived once the soul's light body and Merkaba is activated. We can literally see the Kundalini energy that empowers Ra's boat, which we now know is his Merkaba, to travel through space and time. Once the Merkaba is fully activated, interdimensional travel also manifests on the physical plane as higher levels of consciousness existing in the physical world. This higher knowledge activates the opening of Earth's stargates, restoring our ability to travel interdimensionally and intergalactically through the use of free energy devices, reuniting us with our ancestors in other realms and on other stars. The Merkaba is a free energy mechanism that exists within the human soul and can be replicated in the physical plane through the use of free energy devices. With this technology, both spiritual and physical, we will ascend to higher heights, travel beyond limitations, and return to a state of higher consciousness, oneness, and creative power. In today's training, I'll be sharing with you how to connect to your higher self, your angels and ancestors through the activation of your light body Merkaba for your protection, healing, and creative empowerment. Thank you for joining us. Now let's begin. Before we go through the actual activation of your Merkaba light body, let's discuss what the Merkaba is. The Merkaba, also pronounced Merkaba, is a spiritual symbol rooted in ancient traditions, often associated with transformation, ascension, and the expansion of consciousness. The term Merkaba is derived from three ancient Egyptian words Mer, which is the body or vessel, or what the ancestors symbolize as a ship, Ka, which is spirit or energy, and Ba, which is soul or consciousness, signifying the integration of spirit, soul, and body. The Merkaba is the soul's light vehicle, which also has manifested in our physical world as light ships, which are high-frequency technological free energy devices for interdimensional travel, or what some people call spaceships. Therefore, the Merkaba has a spiritual component and a manifested physical component. When speaking of the Merkaba in spiritual terms, we're referring to the activation of your soul power and your ability to travel in the spiritual realm and manifest in the physical realm. This is what has become known as magic, but technically it's a natural creative ability of your soul. This ability is so powerful, it became hidden in symbolism and mystery schools were created. Our ancestors taught us that this level of soul knowledge and power was a great achievement on the soul's journey of evolution. Notice Horus as depicted as a bird, which is spirit, a bird man, which is soul, and a physical human wearing the triple crown. Here we see the Merkaba displayed as spirit, soul, and body, exemplifying this level of magical soul knowledge. By understanding the trinity of the human soul, which is spirit, soul, and body, the soul's light body becomes activated, giving the individual greater abilities to operate and manifest on the physical plane. Here we see the Merkaba being activated through the use of sound healing. We also see the soul's ability to experience expanded consciousness and supernatural awareness, or what some people call psychic ability, displayed by the two-headed man. This is also what some call 360-degree vision, which is the ability to see in other realms. These are all latent powers of the human soul. I will now share with you an angelic reading on the Merkaba before going into the actual light body activation itself. Please be in a quiet and comfortable space as we prepare for activation. This reading is from the ancestors on the Merkaba. They just directly started speaking to me about it when I pulled cards today. And they're saying that it's very important that we do this activation and we activate our light body Merkaba because it is an angelic process and a global process that's happening on the planet at this time. And as the people who are coming into the knowledge of their Merkaba right now, they are thought leaders and energetic pattern holders for people that will be awakening as an effect of this causation that's occurring right now. They're showing me that they want us to know that this is an angelic frequency. It's an angelic activation, that when you activate your light body Merkaba, you're actually activating your angelic presence. And when you activate your angelic presence, you raise your vibrational frequency. You receive certain light codes and light body activations, and your experience will become more connected to your angelic self. You'll start to receive information easier, more telepathically, without having to wait for long periods of time to get answers or seeking answers elsewhere. Where you'll start to just have an inner knowing on things, that it will be stronger. You're also receiving an upgrade, meaning that you're actually graduating from a lower level of consciousness into a higher level of consciousness, and this comes with new responsibilities. It is an initiation into the mysteries, which means that you have a past life cellular memory of doing these initiations before, either from a position of leadership or just being involved on some level of higher consciousness. This is also a very strong sign and indication that you actually descended from a higher level of consciousness from the angelic realm to come down into the physical realm. Here is what they're showing me. To do this grid work, this grid patterning, earth repatterning program. So activating your Merkaba is part of the repatterning of the earth grid, encoding it with light, raising the vibrational frequency of the planet, returning as an ascended master, incarnating in physical form to help other incarnates on the planet raise their vibrational frequency. So this is a high honor, a high achievement, not meant for everybody, but if you're aware of your Merkaba, it's for you. You wouldn't be aware of it if it wasn't for you. This is a very powerful reading here. You're actually going through a portal. You're going through a stargate. And as you go through this gate, you'll start to become more aware of it as your angelic self begins to communicate with you about what it is that you're actually experiencing. For people that are here and want to activate their light body Merkaba, connect to their angelic self, fulfill their planetary Earth mission, go forward with this activation in light and in love. Begin by sitting in a comfortable position and take a few deep breaths to relax and center yourself. Use your imagination to create a pyramid above and below you to activate your Merkaba of light. Use your hands or your imagination to connect to the Divine Father Sun above and the Divine Mother Earth below. Your Merkaba is now activated. Next, you will activate the Eye of Horus at the apex of your pyramid, connecting to your ability to see throughout all dimensions, and pull this light down the sides and base of your pyramid. You are now protected, and your light body is sealed from all outside intrusions. Relax and feel the energy as your light body becomes activated, and rest in the safety of your own light. The more you perform this light body activation, the easier it will become to feel your energy, and your psychic awareness will increase. You will now activate each one of your chakras, beginning at the crown, the third eye, the throat, the heart, the solar plexus, the sacral, and the root chakra. By performing this ritual each day, you'll become more connected to your energy centers and know how to use their power. It's important to know that your chakras are always active and manifesting your reality through your light body Merkaba. However, by activating these aspects of your soul consciously and connecting daily, you take control of your light body vehicle to manifest your desires consciously and with intention. Imagine that your light body Merkaba is active, beaming with brilliant violet light. Imagine that your chakras are all balanced and aligned, vertically connected to the Divine Father Sun above and the Divine Mother Earth below. This way, you're always balanced, aligned, and filled with light. You are protected from all outside influences. Activating your light body and connecting to your own inner light is critical when learning to manifest. It is your light body that is actually creating, and by learning about it and how to use it, you'll be able to keep it free from outside influences and energetically balanced, so your thoughts, feelings, and actions manifest in harmony with your true desires and consistently. Remember to perform this activation twice daily, once before bed so your sleep is protected and governed by the light, and once when awakening, so that you're protected during the day. Eventually, you'll become fully conscious of your light body and its ability, so that the ritual will no longer be necessary. Best wishes on your manifesting journey in the light. Manifest your desires with Psychic Life Coaching by Priestess Sekhmet. Each session comes with a psychic energy reading that pinpoints energy blocks to your success. Release toxic emotions and manifest your desires. Book your Psychic Life Coaching session at priestesssekhmet.com.
Okay, great. All right, everybody. Thank you for watching. I hope that something that you saw in the training video spoke to you, and you're able to get something out of that. Let me know in the chat if it spoke to you in some way, if it resonated with you in some way. Thank you, Armand. Thank you for the Go Popular gifts. Look at you. I I knew you were gonna get something out of that training, because I absolutely know that you're a returning ancestor. That's why we're connected. JT Mello said thank you. Okay, guys. Um, so essentially, just to wrap everything up, we're just talking about the ABCs of spirituality. But instead of coming from a biblical perspective, we're going back into our ancestors that gave us the traditions before the actual Bible was written. And so we had to block someone. Someone came in, the warning came in and warned us that what we're doing is demonic. And what I want to say about that is that it's because of demonic energy that we're doing this training. It's because of demonic energy that the ancestors are returning. The church has done very little to deal with the demonic issue. But when we look at Jesus, that's what Jesus' ministry was really about, dealing with these demonic issues. See, and when your light body is activated like his was, and when you're connected to the angels, the ancestors, and the divine like his was, when you walk into the presence of the demonic, they tremble, they get scared, they take issue with you, they want to kill you, they want to destroy you, they want to attack you, they want to make your life a living hell. That's why church can be very dangerous for people like me, because I can see and I know, and I'm called, and I'm driven, and it's a lot. Trust me. So that's what we're here to do. We're not the demons, okay? We're here to address the demonic issue, okay? Is what we're doing, and we're here to also, like I said earlier, to correct, to demonstrate, because it's set. Remember, it's the lower nature that is at war with the higher nature. So Set, the war between Horus, which is your higher self, and Set, which is your lower self, that war is still ongoing, because we have fallen ancestors who have joined this cult. It's a spiritual satanic cult that exists in the demonic realm. And for those of you that want to come into the live stream and, I don't know, warn me about the demonic realm, I can tell you exactly where the demonic realm is, at what point of dimension it exists, and how to stay out of that realm so that you're not being controlled by these entities. Okay? They're in the lower fourth dimensional realm. Okay, and the fourth dimensional realm is the spirit realm, the astral realm, the plane of existence right outside of the physical realm, and those two realms are already merged. That's why people think that the earth realm is the hell, because the hell realm and the earth realm are already one. So if you are connected to fallen ancestors that didn't ascend above that fourth dimensional realm into the higher fifth, sixth, seventh dimensional realms, then you're at the mercy of them, because they're conscious and aware. Your human person is not. Your human person is here to awaken to that realm. And if you don't awaken to that lower dimensional realm, that low vibrational frequency realm, you're at the mercy of your fallen ancestors, because they're part of your soul complex, a part of your consciousness. part of your energy body. They try to control your emotional body. They try to control your mental body, and they want to dominate you. I'm talking about demons right now. Fallen ancestors. That's all demons are. Okay, fallen ancestors. They want you to stay asleep. They don't want to enlighten you. They don't want to tell you to raise your consciousness, raise your vibration, come up out of the underworld. Okay? So I don't mind dealing with the demonic realm, because in my situation, from my perspective, they are the problem. So they need to be dealt with. Everything that we teach here is about cleansing ourselves of this demonic energy, because it's this demonic energy, it's our fallen ancestors that keep us down in this low vibrational, low frequency realm, that where we're suffering, where we're struggling, where we're sick, where we're destitute, where we're in poverty. It's because of that level of consciousness, these fallen ancestors, this demonic hell on earth realm, that all the suffering and poverty on the earth exists. And the ancestors are saying that it's our responsibility. It's our responsibility. Our ancestors before us failed to hold it down in this physical world. They failed. And so now we're seeing a lot of souls lost. And if you go back and you check out my video I did, it's called Jezebel. I did a reading to look at my ancestral heritage to see if there was a Jezebel spirit in my ancestry. And it was. And the ancestors broke it down how this Jezebel spirit, it hates the truth. It hates the true workers of Christ. It hates people to expose them, what they're doing to trap us in lower consciousness energy, where they feed on us like a succubus, and they drain us of our life force and our vitality, and they keep us going through cycles and loops of karma, generation after generation after generation. But it stops here. We're not going to continue. Thank you, Yopo, for sharing the live. Majesty says, this is the first live I've ever considered subscribing to. Oh, thank you. Pure Love says, wow, I didn't notice. Yes. So everything happens for a reason in my sense, you know. And so, yeah, we're not here representing the demonic realm, guys. If you think that, then your perception is off. Your perception is way off, because we're here talking about balancing our energy according to knowledge. And if I care to, which I really don't, I could break everything that I do and say down by scripture, because nothing that I do is in conflict with the scripture. I know the Bible. But I don't deal with that anymore. That was like 20 years ago. This is higher consciousness. This is the awakening. We're in the ascension. We're in the return of Christ. So 30 years ago, when the church was trying to tell me that Christ could come back any day, I told them back then, no, it's not going to happen like that. 30 years that they were wrong, guys. Now I'm telling you, watch out. Any day, this whole reality could just be gone. And we'll be in a whole new reality, okay? I've seen the rapture. I know what it looks like, okay? And I'm in it. And it's happening right now, guys. That's what ascension is. It's like the slow rapture. It's like we're getting ready. we're building it up. It's happening. Okay? And the demonic realm is scared. They're getting nervous. They don't want us to rise. They don't want us to ascend. They don't want us to awaken. They don't want us to be powerful. No. That's what they don't want. They don't want us to depend on the Christ within and awaken the Christ within and demonstrate the Christ within. It's about to go down. I'm getting so many confirmations right now that the awakened ones are about to start demonstrating the power of Christ in the earth, and the greater work time is about to go down. First, the judgment. And it's the awakened ones that's bringing the judgment. There is no judgment in the earth all this time, guys. the earth just been going on and people just been doing wickedness and nobody's been getting judged and nobody's been getting corrected and things, people just think the world just supposed to be like this. But what has happened is that the wheat, you talk about the wheat and the tares, have been sleeping. Okay, we've been in a great slumber and now we're waking up. And so these children out here that are awakening, the ancestors are showing me they're going to be the ones that's going to bring the judgment. They're the ones, and they're bringing it with the truth. They're the ones that's saying, like, you're not going to keep draining me of my life force. You're not going to keep robbing me of my inheritance. You're not going to keep doing evil to me, and I'm going to keep on letting you do it. It's the young people that's really coming with that message. And not only that, some of them are getting like gangster. Some of them are getting gangster. Like, I don't speak to what they're doing, but I see them bringing the judgment. They're starting. Some of them feel, motivated to take action against evildoers. It is what it is. It's happening in a lower level of consciousness, but it's part of the awakening, and it's going to push people up when they start getting it. It's going to make them think, okay, I can't get away with this no more. I better straighten up. It's a lot going on out there, In the demonic realm, when it comes to the demonic, Willie B said, it is done. Pure Love said, Ashe, so be it. Majesty said that part. Yeah, you guys feel me on this one here with what's going on. This is it, guys. This is ascension. This is the return of Christ. Is Christ in you, the hope of glory? The kingdom of heaven is in you. And the reason we haven't seen it is because we haven't been awakened to it. We've been lied to. We've been put to sleep. We've been sleeping on each other, allowing the wicked ones to get away with evil. Nope, that's over. I wanted to ask you guys to consider subscribing, consider being a super fan, because this live stream today is going to be our super fan live stream. So we're going to be doing trainings based on my book right here. If you haven't got a copy of my book, it's called the Psychic Power Book. It's available on Amazon, and it talks about everything that I teach. It talks about the different realms, the different dimensions. It talks about the demonic realm. So I wrote a whole book talking about the demonic realm while we got goofy people jumping in the live stream calling me a demon. How do you become a super fan? You get a paid subscription. It's only $9.99, and that will make you a super fan. And then you'll get the playback of the live stream, because I'm putting that in the super fan space. You get a space on TikTok where we can all have a group chat, and then I'm going to be putting training videos in there, and then I'm going to start doing live trainings here on Sundays for the super fans. Okay. Dr. Davis is here. Good afternoon. We are on the road. My service is bad. I just wanted to pop in and show support. Thank you, Dr. Davis. Appreciate you. Okay, Dr. Davis is a super fan. Sylvia is a super fan. We need more super fans. But regardless of how many super fans we have, I'm doing the trainings anyway. I'm doing the trainings, and then the super fans will get the playback of the trainings, the live stream trainings, whether you can attend or not. So if you're on the road, you can always come back and you can get the playback. Majesty said, this was ordered for me today. Aw, thank you. Pure Love said, yes, indeed. This is 100% the truth, period. Yes, Armand came in with the friendship neck. Thank you. Is that a necklace? Thank you, Armand. Appreciate you. Thanks for all the gifts, guys. Thank you, Pure Love, for the hand heart and the roses. Okay, yes, and we are up to 18,000 likes. Thank you for liking the live stream. I appreciate you guys for that. Um, I want to talk about the Temple of Set a little bit more too, based on this training that we did today, because um, people don't realize that the Temple of Set exists and that it is a cult that was developed by our fallen ancestors, and that this cult exists in the spirit realm, and that it is a part of your genetics if you have fallen ancestral blood. Okay, not everyone is a part of the Temple of Set. Okay, but those of us that have ancestral karma, meaning that we had ancestors that didn't abide in love, that were in rebellion against the Most High, that were lewd, performed all kind of wickedness and abuses of women, abuses of children, hatred, war. That's ancestral karma, okay? And that gets passed on genetically from generation to generation. And when you cross over and you don't make a connection with the Most High, with your ascended angels and ancestors, you get pulled into this cult. It's like you get jumped into it. That's why there's such an elaborate program that the ancestors have put together with this whole underworld concept, with all these mythologies, to try to keep us from getting stuck in that. Okay? To try to to deliver us from that, to raise us up out of that. It's an ongoing 24/7 program and project to consistently awaken us to this evil, to this ill. It's really just a mental illness. It's a fallen consciousness. But what people don't know about it is that it's a real cult. It's a real organized gang that exists in the spirit realm. And if you have fallen ancestors, you're part of it. And you need to be conscious and aware of this, because they're working against you to keep you from ascending. Pure Love said, how do you know that you have fallen ancestor blood or karma? You could just look at your family, first of all. Look at your family first. Most people have it demonstrated in their family. Your mother might have been abused or an abuser. Your father was abused or an abuser. Child abuse is the #1 issue on the planet. Children are being abused, and it is through this abuse of children that this whole fallen matrix, fallen world is positioned on top of. It's the foundation of abuse, because if they can abuse you as a child consciously, they can get you to fall faster with them. This cult, this spiritual cult. Okay? So child abuse, and that's what we're really working on here. We're healing our inner child, and we're releasing these demonic entities and attachments that were attached to us as children through abuse. And it's through that abuse that we develop a lot of hatred and animosity and anger and resentment and unforgiveness and frustration and negativity. It just goes on, and it's all demonic. Okay? That's what we're coming against. And when I say coming against, I just mean heal it. I just mean heal it. But we're coming for it, okay? We're coming for it. And the ancestors that have fallen, they're scared. Those demons are trembling. Yeah. Because the real Christ is here. Okay? What they say? Pure love. Does that answer it for you? I'm sorry, baby. Yajara it says yes. She's feeling it with the TikTok gift. Thank you. And Majesty says from the South. Okay. We're doing good, guys. We haven't quite met our live stream goal of 10 hand hearts. If you are in the room and you can, and you're enjoying the live stream, please give us a hand heart so we can meet our goal. Please help us out with that. We would truly appreciate it. We have 318 viewers today, 19,000 likes. I think we have about 13 people in the room. Let's see. Oh, that's what you meant. You sent the wrong hand heart. Oh. It looked like, not to me, it looked like you sent the right one. Okay. Pure Love says, that speaks volumes, gratitude, because what I'm witnessing in lineage is sad. Yes. Okay. All right. Ja came in with the hand heart. Thank you. The hand hearts are coming in. Ah, thank you, Monica. Thank you. Pure Love. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys. Okay, we went up to 6. We only need 4 more. 50% of our live goal is completed. Yay. Thank you guys. Ah, Dr. Davis came in with the hand heart. Thank you, Dr. Davis. Oh, you guys. Yay, we can do it. We can do it. Appreciate you guys showing up, showing out like that. Thank you for liking the live stream, helping us get to 20K. We're doing it. Okay, so while we're on this topic, we're talking about Temple of Set and these ancestors, right? These ancestors, they're falling again in this generation, and we see it in the gang culture. We see it in this abusive culture where people are abusing each other. We see it with people bullying each other and hating each other and fighting each other and destroying each other. All of these are fallen ancestors returning and still not waking up. So then what happens to not all of them, guys? It just depends on their bloodline. If your bloodline, and I'm speaking to my bloodline, to my soul group, and people that have an affinity with my issues that I'm overcoming or healing, because in my ancestry, in the video, Jezebel, I told you guys, and even in my fallen ancestor video, I told you guys that my ancestors were in the game, okay, all the way up into my father and to my mother. I'm a generational curse breaker. I never got in the game, okay? And I was supposed to be in the game. I was supposed to either sell myself as a prostitute or sell drugs or be a brawler, you know, just a fighter, like somebody that, you know, in and out of prison for domestic abuse and violence. This is how everybody in my family got taken out, is through those portals, through those entry points. And so when you cross over, if you're not an ancestor returning here and you just came down here just to be in the low frequency vibrations to help other people to heal and to awaken, it's a strong possibility that when you cross over, you're going to reconnect with this gang on the other side, and you're not even going to make it back to the higher realms. And that's where they get this whole concept of hell from. It's not technically, you know, God doing it. It's us doing it and creating it and existing in it and hooking up and making a whole organized gang out of it. Okay, if we would stop doing that, it will cease to exist, and it is. Okay, it is ceasing through this ascension, through this awakening, and through this raising our vibration. We're pulling our energy up out of these low frequency bands where these gangs exist. So you know, if you got people in the game, pull your energy back, step away, because the karma is going to come. This is ascension. And as the angels pull all of the light up out of the dark realms, then the light is us. We're getting pulled up out. There's nothing down there but darkness. There's nothing down there but darkness. This is what they were talking about. It's a choice, man. It's energy, it's vibration, it's frequency, it's consciousness, it's all of that. And it's just the natural process of creation. And that's what karma is. Karma is just the vibrational frequency of the energy that you are sending and receiving. So if you choose to darken your consciousness and engage in activity that harms other people, that harms children, that harms the planet, then you're going to attract more of that negative, toxic, dark, nasty, vile, foul energy to you. That includes entities and demons and ghosts and ghouls and all kind of other nasty, foul stuff that choose to vibrate at that level. Let me see what y'all talking about. My life story came in with the heart me. Thank you so much, Monica. Thank you for the heart me. Appreciate you guys. Cody Ray says, would that be purgatory? Yes, yes. I don't know a lot about purgatory, and it's a very interesting concept, but the ancestors gave me a vision of it. We did some readings on it, and it's basically what I'm talking about. And it's basically what's happening. The way the ancestors show purgatory to me is like I was going to say concentration camp, like a spiritual concentration camp, but it's more um, like a rehabilitation facility. It's like a spiritual rehabilitation. And in my opinion, based on the readings and what the ancestors have shown me, it's here. This is the lower vibrational frequency bands of Earth is like a rehabilitation program. And people still get to choose, like if they want to stay in the rehab or if they want to graduate out and good behavior and get up out of here. And it's just choosing to be in that level. That level will not always exist as the ascension occurs and we get pulled up into higher vibrational fields. There'll be a gap there, and where we used to be, where that light was, it's not going to be nothing there. It's good, and then what's below that is going to cave in on itself. It's just going to descend into blackness, and that's what that is when they talk about the outer darkness in the Bible, when they talk about the bottomless pit and stuff. It's just the way that they described it. It sounds horrific, and that was a period of time, and the way that our ancestors communicated things, and maybe they did make it ultra scary to control people and things like that. But the science is real, and what we're talking about is the science of light and darkness, the science of polarity, higher and lower vibrational frequencies and energy, and how that energy works, and how light works and consciousness works. Monica is liking the live stream and giving us gifts. Thank you, Monica. Cody Red says thank you. Appreciate you guys. Okay, guys, we're only 2 hand hearts away. Is there anyone who hasn't given us a hand heart that wants to help us meet our goal? And does anyone have any more questions? I think I made all my points. Thank you for everyone who's joining the live stream. Thank you for everyone who's watching. I'm thinking about making this live stream, our regular live stream, the one that we've been doing for the public. I'm thinking about changing that to Friday. So we'll do 2. We'll do one on Friday, and then we'll do our super fan training webinar live stream on Sunday. We'll keep doing this on Sunday, but next week it'll only be open to subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed, make sure that you subscribe. And then you subscribe by becoming a paid subscriber, and it's $9.99 a month. And we'll be doing trainings, we'll be doing readings, we'll be doing questions and answers, we'll be doing projects. And then ultimately, I'm going to give you guys access to my entire video training catalog, all of my training, and once we get to 40 super fans. So it shouldn't take us long if you share the live, tell people about the live, and become a super fan and encourage other people to become super fans. Then we will have reached our goal, and we can just go on from there. Ama'at is here, and she says Sekhmet is within us all. Yes, yes, Sekhmet. If you are human, Sekhmet is in you. Okay, Sekhmet is Sekhem, divine holy fire. Okay, Sekhem. And then the warrior energy. Yes, powerful energy. And then we have Super J Mart says, can sports die? And I don't know, baby. I need more clarity on that question. Majesty says, congratulations on choosing to operate in love and light. Yes, congratulations, everyone. The light has won. And we're taking over the planet. We are creating heaven on earth. Heaven on earth reality, the spirits. The spirits. Yeah, the spirits will lose consciousness. Ultimately, yeah, the spirits will, if we're talking about fallen spirits, once the ascension fully occurs. Thank you for the hand heart, Super J Mart. as the ascension continues to occur and the light is pulled up into the higher frequency bands, the darkness will lose consciousness, because the light is the consciousness, right? The light is the consciousness. So they will get darker and darker and darker, and they will just feed on themselves, and then because they need to feed to exist. So whatever light is left in them, if there's any light in them, they will feed on that, and then they will feed until there's nothing left, and it will look very dark. It will look very dark until ultimately they lose consciousness. Thank you for liking the live stream. We're up to 24,000 likes. Yay. Good job, everybody. Good job, everybody. Majesty says, stay strong, collective. Yes, that's right. That's right, guys. Okay, let's see. What else? Super J Mart says, so an existence can be a state of being. Yes, that's right. Existence is a state of consciousness. Without consciousness, you don't exist. Without consciousness, you don't exist. And so right now, we're going through planetary ascension. Everyone is waking up to their true self, and they're rebelling against controls and societal controls and domination and frequency controls and all of that. And they're pulling their energy back into themselves, and they're awakening their chakras and their creative powers, and they're beginning to manifest their best self. And they're beginning to connect to their angels and to their ancestors. We did it, guys. We did it. Thank you, everybody. We made our goals. Yay. Thank you, guys. Our live goals have been achieved. We did a wonderful job just with the training video. Appreciate you guys. Super J Mart coming in with the hand heart and with the roses. Thank you so much. Thank you for participating. Yeah, so not existing can be real. J Mart is saying, I do not think so. No, without consciousness, you don't exist. You don't exist. That's why consciousness is a gift. Having a soul and a light body is a gift, and we should value that. We should value our ability to think and to feel and to exist, and we should honor that by being proactive on how we use our light. And we should use it to heal ourselves, to heal our fallen ancestors, and then return back to the light, having accomplished our mission, right? That's right, having accomplished our mission. Doing the best that we can do, because the whole purpose and point of being here really is to get our brothers and sisters and help them return back home, because home is a beautiful place. Earth is great, but Earth is just one dot, like, in everything. It's battered and abused, and it needs a regeneration and rejuvenation, and that's part of the mission as well, because as we heal and regenerate, the earth will also do that as well. But this earth is just one little dot. Like, where we come from is pure light, pure bliss, pure love, pure oneness. It's pure. So when you've seen that, when you felt that, when you know that, you can't forget it. And if you have seen it and you have known it, guys, please spend more time in it, because it's in you, your memory, your cellular memory. And that's part of the issue why a lot of us get stuck, because we're too out externally focused, and we want, our family and our friends and people that we love and care about, we want them to be a part. And so we compromise our light and our self-love and our self-care and everything that our mission. We abort our mission, and it's not going to even be possible anymore, because the dark is going to start getting so dark that your own family, friends, and everybody going to try to take you out at some point, if you're on a true mission here, right? The scripture does say that the wicked cannot stand in the congregation of the righteous. If the righteous were truly in the light, the wicked would not be able to stand it. They would be running backwards. I've literally seen people walk backwards away from me. It's funny to see. One of my neighbors, have you guys ever seen the Homer Simpson, where Homer Simpson goes back into the bushes? I don't know what he saw, but it's like a meme, and he goes back into the bushes. That's how people do when they see me. Like when I start coming and they go back to the bush. Majesty said, yes, JoJo coming in with the hand hearts. Oh, God. Thank you guys for all the love. We have more gifts coming in, guys. We have Ariel coming in with the roses. Thank you so much. And JoJo coming in with the hand hearts. And Super J Mark coming in with more roses. And Ari coming in with more roses. Oh, Pure Love with more roses. Super J Mart and Pure Love just made title gifters in the live stream, guys. Look at that. Good job. Appreciate you guys. Wonderful, wonderful. Look at this. Ari is a top viewer and a 1 month subscriber. Let's give it up for Ari, too. Ari is with us all the way. Look at that. Thank you, guys. Thank you for everyone who's joined the live stream and for everyone who's viewing. Super J Mart says, I'm hungry for knowledge and thankful your live is peaceful. Ah, thank you so much. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, let's see. Anything else? Connecting to the ancestors. Does anybody have any questions about how to connect to your ancestors, to your angels, to the Most High? Thank you for liking the live stream. I see you. We're almost up to 30,000 K. Appreciate you guys. Let me just tell you guys a little bit how my ancestors started contacting me. First, my mom started coming to me in dreams. And so she would literally give me messages, and she's the one that awakened me to my extraterrestrial family. And so then I started receiving dreams from my extraterrestrial family, which are what some people call the bird tribe. So I am a member of the bird tribe. I'm also part bird and part human. That's probably where I'm going to start losing some people right here. But I'm part Native American, I'm part North African, I'm part European. And I've seen my ancestors in dreams, my African ancestors, my Mayan ancestors, and my Native American ancestors all visit me in my dreams. And so this is one way that your ancestors will start to connect to you and give you messages. Pure Love says, yes, I do. How do I connect with the ancestors and the angels? Okay, so you can ask for a dream. So that's how I started dreaming. I started asking for dreams. So if you ask for a dream and then you put your dream journal by your bed and then you wake up and you remember that you had a dream, but you can't remember what it is. You put day one or you put the date, you put the date and you say, today I had a dream, but I can't remember what it was. And then you just keep on asking for the dream. You just keep on expecting it, really. Just keep on expecting the dream. And then you'll start to get little bits and pieces. And so with even if it's just a little piece, like I dreamed that I was in heaven and I was surrounded by purple bird people. Okay, but that's all I remember. So I just put that part. I just dreamed of the purple bird people, and then it'll get further and further. Like one time I had a dream that I was in heaven and my father was braiding my hair, and then he said that he had a chocolate bar earlier, and I said, well, you know, I like chocolate. Why you didn't give me some chocolate? So we have chocolate in heaven, guys. I know they tell us that heaven is not this or that, but it just depends on which level of heaven that you're in. And so I've been visited by my ancestors that are right in the lower heavens. And so we're already in the earth plane, in the lower heavens too. Just like we're in the hell realms on earth, the heaven realms are on earth too. And we're just now starting to awaken to them and merge to them. And then there's levels to it in the lower heavens. But as you get up into the higher heavens, that's where you cease to be physical and things get a little bit more spiritual. But you can connect to those angels as well. Okay, so the dreams start to get more detailed, and so you write out the whole dream, every detail, and then you get the wheels turning, and so now you're getting a rhythm, and it's energy. So everything is energy. So even when you set your intention that I want to dream, and it's going to trickle just like water pumping, and then the more you pump it, it starts to flow. And then once it starts to flow, then now you got a bona fide connection with the ancestors through dreams. And then it's telepathic as well. So you can ask them to give you telepathic messages where you can hear them, and you hear them through your mind. It's not like a voice, even though that can happen. But mostly it's very subtle. And so you follow that, and it's mostly going to tell you to do the right thing. Okay? When you would do something, you know you would slap somebody, and your ancestors say, don't you do that. You just walk away. And then you do that, you walk away, right? And then you do what they tell you to do, and then get it going. And the more you do it, and the more you follow it, and it just starts getting you in full blown telepathic communication with the ancestor all day long, every day. And it's something. I tell you that, it's something. Pure Love says, okay, thank you. I'm thinking that the heaven and hell is a state of consciousness. Yes, it is a state of consciousness, but just even earth is a state of consciousness, but we still have a physical manifestation of it. So there's lots of manifestations, there's lots of realms and different realms, and there's so much to be discovered. But essentially, it is nothing more than a state of consciousness at its essence, but it can materialize into physicality, right? Majesty says, this is confirmation for me that I've been compromising my spirit growth for trying to level up. Okay, yeah, that's good. You got confirmation. And Yaka will. So how did you say we enhance the connection with our ancestors telepathically? Ask them to speak to you. Greetings, Divine Ascension. 888. I had a dream about the number 888. Once you ask the ancestors to communicate with you, they're already trying to communicate with you. They're already giving you telepathic messages, giving you dreams, but you may not be tuned into it. They have to wait for you to tune into it. And so once you start tuning into the messages that you're getting, then it'll accelerate. Super J Mart says, I miss my son being a toddler. Will I ever get to reunite with his child version one day? That's something that I would have to do a reading on, baby. That's something that I would have to do a reading on. I can't say just off the top of my head. One thing I can tell you though, like, the reason that some of our manifestations don't manifest is because they're not in harmony and in alignment with our mission or our life plan. And so sometimes we have to accept things, sometimes we have to let things go, allow things to be. But if it's in alignment, if it's in harmony, if it's part of the plan, then it will happen. Majesty says, I cannot see or hear the live. Oh. After your last comment, I'm not sure, baby. Super J Mart says, I was depressed for a year, but it's not fair to his current self. Okay, baby. I think you should come see me. Come see me for a personal one-on-one, and we could talk about it, and we can look at it. Okay? Come see me. We can ask the ancestors. Divine Ascension AAA says, Ray Hathor says, hello. Well, greetings. Super J Mar says, yes, auntie. Okay. That's right. Come see me. We'll look at it. Let's see. How's everybody doing out there? Y'all doing okay? We are at 31,000 likes, 445 viewers. There's 21 people in the chat, and we're just flying high. Thank you guys for all the gifts. I would love for you guys to become super fans, because guess what? If you guys don't become super fans, I'm going to be here by myself next week doing this training. And we just have to wait for the super fans to come and watch the playback. That's how it's going to be. What I'm going to do is I'm gonna set up another live stream, and it's going to be for free readings. And so we're going to go back to the free readings on another day. But on Sundays, we're going to keep this time. It's going to be for the super fans and for the training. So if you like the training today and you enjoyed the training, then become a super fan. Don't sit on this. Don't leave me hanging. Majesty says, I will accept the stillness and just send likes when I contemplate. Okay. Thank you. I hate that happened to you. That's so sweet. I think Majesty can't see or hear anything. She could just like the video. Oh. Okay, guys. That's all the training for today. So we're gonna just answer questions, I guess, if I can answer them for a few more minutes. Will says, what does it mean when you're constantly finding dimes? Ah, you asked the right person. Now, I can't speak for everybody, but I have a godfather who's always what we call dropping dimes. So my children know about it. I know about it. And he's made his presence known. He crossed over in, I think, 2007. And he's with us. He's our guardian angel. And he was our guardian angel in life. And he drops dimes on people when he's trying to get our attention. So if there's someone new in your life, you might find a dime like in the bed, or you might just open the car door and you look down, it's a dime right there. Or, you know, just you might be walking by and see a change machine or something. It's just one dime in there and you found it. It's because your angels are trying to they're probably trying to communicate a message to you or a warning to you, or their intel, like they're trying to tell you something. And so that's how we look at that. Monica says, this live is so peaceful. Thank you. Ah, Majesty says, okay, I'm back. Pure Love says, I will become a super fan, but unfortunately some lives I'll miss because of schedule. Okay, don't worry. We're going to be doing more than just live streams, guys, with the super fan. We're going to be doing webinars and other things that are going to be on different days. So don't worry about that, okay? Don't worry about that. We're going to be doing a lot. Divine Ascension 888 says, there's that took place. There was a divine rapture, souls were taken. Okay. All right, I don't know anything about that. Okay. All right. So, hi Cuba, Colombia. Thank you for the rose. I appreciate you. Welcome. Thank you for following Forever H&E. We have a lot of new followers here. Majesty says, I haven't gone live yet. I like your style. Oh, thank you. Well, if you want to go live, you should go live. It's a good way to face your fears. It's a good way to overcome anxiety. It's a good way to align with your purpose. It's a good way to share your gifts. It's a good way to channel the angels and the ancestors, your message, your story to help you heal. Yes, the ancestors said they're taking over TikTok. They want everyone to use TikTok to heal. Thank you for following Cuba, Colombia. You're welcome. Thank you, Monica. I appreciate you. Thank you for the gifts, Monica. Monica sent 6 Go Popular gifts. Missy, Gen X is in the house with the roses. Thank you. Oh, that's my sister. Love you so much. I love me some Missy. Super J Mart says, what should I expect during my first reading from you? Will the fear go? Well, I think what you can expect is to receive a direct message from your angels and ancestors about what's going on with your situation. It should confirm for you what they've been trying to tell you, and so things should make more sense. If there's guidance that you need to receive on how to deal with whatever it is that you're overcoming, you will get that guidance. It will be effective for you. And if you need support moving through that energy and taking the action that you need to take to overcome that, I'll be there to support you. Okay, that's what you can expect. Advice, guidance, and support. Thank you for the gifts, Pure Love. Pure Love coming in with more roses and a title gifter holding the title. Majesty says, I'm an empath, so it's a big decision, it seems. Did I miss something? What's a big decision? Oh, you haven't gone live yet. Okay, I see. It's a big decision. Yeah, it is. It is. It is. You definitely, those are things I would ask the ancestors for a sign. So that's another way you can develop your communication with them, is ask them for a sign. Ask your guardian angel, your ancestors. They know what your life plan is, and they'll give you the signs. And so if you're not really ready, or you think you're not ready to go live, but you want to go live, you're probably being guided to go live. You're probably being guided to go live. Like, I didn't think I was ready. What is this? Will says, if you see a dime heads up, do you pick it up? And if you see it tails up, do you leave it? No, I don't. I'm not superstitious. I'm not superstitious at all. Whatever you assign meaning to, that's what it means. So if that's what it means for you, then yeah, you could put a real hex on yourself by giving meaning to things that may not be in harmony with the universe. So what I do is I study universal law, and so I go by those laws, right? So whatever the law says, like what you put out will come back. That's the law. But this whole thing with the dime, I can pick up dimes all day and have good luck. It doesn't matter. But the ancestors have shown me that they will use dimes to get my attention. So, but I've assigned that meaning, and it's a good one. So be careful with that. Be careful. That's all I have to say. Just be careful with superstitious things, because you can hex yourself with that. Thank you for the heart, Missy, and the roses. Yep. Ask for a sign, Majesty, about going live, and see what you get, and then keep us posted, and we'll support you. Divine Ascension says Egypt, Kemet, Hindu, and Shinto are the first and the last age of divinity. Ask your guides. Okay. I can't speak on that. The ancestors didn't give it to me to speak on that, but do you have a live stream? Like, are you teaching on that? Okay, no. The ancestor, when it comes to what I'm speaking and what I'm teaching, I'm in full alignment with my ancestors. So they didn't send you here to tell me what I need to be speaking. Okay? Missy says, I look for signs all the time. That's right. Do you get them? And Fancy Face says, first time your page came across my page, is this a sign? It could be. It could be. You know, when things come up consistently, that's how you really know. When I first started asking the ancestors for signs, I would ask them repeatedly. Even after I got the first sign, I wouldn't just run with it. I was like, okay, if that was you, then give me another one, and give me another one, and give me another one, and don't get mad, but can I have one more? You know, I made it beyond a reasonable doubt that they were talking to me. Okay, this, I hate to block people, guys, but you don't know me. You can't just come in here talking stuff like that. This is not the place for you to come in here and tell everybody what they need to be believing and seeking. No, that's not even what I'm doing. I'm just here telling people how the ancestors are helping me and what they're showing me. I'm not here to tell you what you need to be doing, and I can't tell you that. Don't come in here with that. It destroys the whole vibe it's out of harmony and synchronicity with what we're doing. We're all on the same vibe over here, and then this weird stuff comes in. You guys, a block party today. Yeah, it's so, the one interesting thing, it's not the regular people. It's always some random person who you don't know, who doesn't support you, that doesn't know you, and they just come in here, you know. To me, that's demonic activity. That's out of harmony and out of synchronicity and out of alignment. Like, if you love and you care for people, then you wouldn't want to, like, steal their vibe, or crush their vibe, or, coming in with some weird energy. It's very disturbing. And I don't like blocking people either, but that's the only solution. So if you're watching the live stream, we have 500 people watching. I appreciate you guys, because I believe that everything that I'm saying is helping somebody. You can help people without directly talking to them. Like, you could just demonstrate for them. You could just share. Like, I'm just here to share from an ancient Kemetic, Hermetic perspective, with a Christian background. But I respect every way of life. I know that there are people out there that have never even read a book, that still working with the angels and the ancestors and living a sublime, loving, peaceful life. So sometimes we get knowledge, and we think we know stuff, and now we're on a mission to tell everybody what they need to be doing. Trust me, it's a lot of things that I could be doing rather than doing what I'm doing. This is something that it took many, many years for me to get the courage and the strength and the faith to get up here and to do. It's not easy. And the ancestors are still working with me. And why do I do it? Because I'm demonstrating. I'm demonstrating for my family, for my friends, for viewers and soul family that need to do it too. But we do it in love, we do it from the heart, and we do it from our own, what we've learned. Not what we read in a book, but what we have experienced and what we've learned from our lessons in life. And if you could just do that and share your story and keep it real, guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what's gonna take you to the next level, is just being a real human being. Anybody, I could easily get a bunch of books on Egyptology, and I could get a bunch of books. It would just put me into my ego and put me into my false perception of myself, and then everyone would like me because I'm so knowledgeable and I'm a part of this group, and I've been ordained by this group and recognized, and then at the end of the day, these people are not happy. They're sick. They're mean. Some of them, they're destructive. They're counterproductive. And at the end of their life, when they cross over, they're going to find out that they didn't even complete their mission, because their only mission was to be themselves. That's it. You got one mission, and that's to be you. Just keep it simple. Keep it simple. Pure Love just became a super fan. Yay! Go. Good job. Dr. David said, you're right. Missy says, I appreciate you, my sister. Oh, I appreciate you too. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad. I'm sending you so much love, so much peace, so much strength, so much power. I know that your angels are with you. I was looking at Missy in one of her pictures yesterday, and she had on like I don't know if it was like a Mother Mary or some kind of goddess emblem on her thing, and I was just like, that's an ancestor returning right there, and she's Generation X. So you have to watch out for us Generation X. A lot of us Generation X are like ancestor returning, like we're the ones that really started it, because it really seemed like a lot of ancestors came through in those eras to bring forth these children that we have now, that are just curse breakers, breaking curses and breaking curses. So if your children are still out there, don't worry about them. they'll come in at the last minute, because some of them have to be hardcore. I told you, some of these curse breakers are bringing judgment, and in order for them to bring judgment, they kind of have to lower their vibrational frequency, and it puts them in a kind of a state of mind that they're a little aggressive. And so we have to raise on up, let them leave the nest, let them do what they're going to do, and just trust the divine that everything is in divine timing, right? Sylvia just became the title gifter with the Friends gift. Thank you so much. Thank you, Super J Mark, for the roses. Thank you, Missy. Thank you, Honey. Honey is here. Thank you for the rose, Honey. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. I'm gonna have to wrap it up because I feel like a little dehydrated. I forgot to bring water. I know you guys said I could get water, but I don't want to walk off the live stream. Ah, look at that. We got 41,000 likes. Thank you, Sylvia. Woo, go, guys. We did it. We just doing it. We are doing it. Oh, I love it so much. I was not expecting all this. I really wasn't. I really wasn't. You guys just showed up and you showed out. Hi, honey. I want this live to be so much more. There's other things that we can do, like sound effects. I know I need to go get some water, Monica. It's only 7 minutes left in the live, so I'm just gonna go ahead and shut it down. But yeah, I want to get my sound effects back in here. So I'm going through a transition. If you guys notice, I have a different background. I have a different situation. So I need to take my time and get everything really nice. But it's going to be wonderful. And you guys make it so, so beautiful with all the love and all the support. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for all the views. I appreciate you guys for watching. Pure Love is a super fan. Pure Love says, peace, love, and light, everyone. Enjoy this lovely day. Stay positive, vibes only. Yes, that's right. Thank you, guys. Thank you for everything. Thank you, Sylvia. Thank you for everyone who participated in the chat. Thank you, guys. Thank you, honey. Thank you, Missy. Thank you, Dr. Davis. Thank you, Ori. Tyler King came in and said, are my ancestors from Egypt? They could be. That's something that we could do in a reading. If you come and get a reading, we could find that out. Mine are. Yeah. Okay, guys, I'm gonna cut it short here. Like I said, we'll be back here next week for the super fans, and then add me as a friend. Come visit me on my profile, check out my videos, and let me support you on your channel. Let's make sure that that gets said. I love people that have positive content, good content that I want to see when I get on TikTok. So make sure that you add me as a friend, and then look out for my videos, because I'm going to be posting this week on the time and the day of the next live stream for free readings, okay? Thank you, Missy, for the finger heart. Okay, guys. You guys have a beautiful, beautiful weekend. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Stay positive. Stay aligned. Stay connected to the Most High. Stay connected to the angels and to the ancestors. And I will see you next week. Bye-bye.